Ciao Benny. I say. Ja. Ja, lass ihn. Lol. Oh no, ma kaotasin 10 elu. Daniil, kus on su bazooka? Daniil, palun lase mind, lase mind, lase mind. Daniil, lase mind. Lase mind, Daniil, lase mind. Üks on -116. Seal. Taga. Daniil, lase mind palun. Daniil, help me. Oh, what the fuck? También peor. Okay. Uh-oh, stinky. Uh-oh, stinky. Uh-oh, stinky. Uh-oh, stinky. I'm dead. The deal is focus. Ma praegu ma ei viitsinud rohkem mõelda. Sorry. No.
And Alabama, we will lie be true to thee from the.
Artur läks kuhugi.
be a man. We in the club with the bodies rocking from to side, side, side to side. Thank God the week is done. I feel like a zombie going back to life, back to life.
Hey guys, it's Greg with Apple Explained, and today we're going to explore the history of one more thing, which is a phrase used near the end of some Apple keynotes to generate excitement before announcing a new product or service. Now, this topic was the second place
lineup that Apple's ever had. So thank you for coming today and checking this out with us. We're very, very pleased to introduce this to you. And, oh, wait a minute now. There is one more thing. There is one more thing that I want to show you. We make some great displays for the new Power Mac G4. We have our 15-inch flat panel studio display and our 17-inch and 21-inch CRT-based studio displays. And they work great with the G4. They're color coordinated to match. But what would be the ultimate companion for the new Power Mac G4? Well, let me show you.
I love it so much.
This is called the Apple Cinema Display.
Kassette sound effect.
We now have the best consumer desktop on the planet.
Nice.
And I really want to thank you for coming here. Have us built into every one. This is a today is 128 megabytes of memory standard, a 13 gigabyte drive standard, and an amazing news. And that new user interface to the next 100 megabit per second.
Desktop PC on the market and cost less than a Windows PC with the same specs. He said that last inch the specification. In addition to silver, we have gold. Zillion little flash players. And the market's incredible. Let's even forget about the batteries for now. The real key here is that these products are trying to be as easy to use as an iPod. That's even way better for music. The iPods short film. G5 into the power book. 4 watt too, so that the power didn't go up with that performance. Well, it turned out that the G5 was even worse than the G4 in terms of performance per watt, which is what kept us from doing what we wanted to. But the Core Duo was designed for this from the start. Look at that. And so it is 4 times better than the G4 and 4.5 times better than the G5. And so today we are introducing a new notebook computer that we are calling the MacBook Pro. It's a new name. So MacBook chip in it, the same as we're putting in the new iMac, which means that there are going to be dual processors in every MacBook Pro. But there is one last thing I'd like to talk to you about today. Now, this next thing's a little unusual for us. It's a sneak peek of a product that will be announced in the first calendar quarter of 2007. We usually keep things pretty corralled until we're ready to ship them, but in this case, I think it completes the story, and to understand where we're going, I'd like you to get a sneak peek of this. So we decided to go ahead and show it to you today.
Oh no.
So we've now got music, TV shows, and audio, and computer, whether it's a movies. I mean, if you want to play DVDs, you got to go out and buy a DVD player, right? Well, you got to go out and now get a little iTunes player here to play this stuff. But how's this box going to talk to the computer? Do I want to string cables throughout my house? Because my computer's probably in my den or in some other room in the house, and my TV is in the living room or wherever it might be. So I'm going to talk to it using wireless networking. And that's going to get the right? That's what it's for. Now, it's a code name internally, ITV. We've got to come up with a final name before we introduce it. It's been a wonderful success. Safari is 5, and other browsers are about 2. Well, we dream big. We would love for Safari's market share to grow substantially. That's what we'd love. But how are we going to do that? Well, the Mac's market share is growing, and this is great. But we want to grow maybe even in addition to that. And to do that, we're going to have to create a version of Safari that runs on Windows. We have a little bit of expertise in doing that because of iTunes. And that's exactly what we have done. So these are some of the new products we wanted to introduce today. But there is one more thing. And of course, that one more thing is the MacBook. The MacBook, we sell a ton of these MacBooks, and I think we'll just keep on selling these for an awful long time. They're fantastic products. Graphics, right? So these are on top of our white LED backlit display. It is our new next generation MacBook. But we do have one more thing, and that is a video camera. You know, we've seen video explode in the last few years. Nowhere. And where are these streams coming from? They're coming from folks like us who are using these portable solid-state video cameras to take personal videos. And it's incredible. So here's one, very popular one. 4 gigabytes of memory, $149. And this market's really exploded. And we want to get of your videos as thick. Turn them off if you've turned them back on. So in 2007, when we launched the iPhone, it was my privilege to make the first public call on stage to one of my best friends in the whole world, Johnny Ive, the head of our design team. And I'd like to do the same on this occasion. So I'm going to go ahead and call Johnny now. This never freezes up, so you guys haven't turned off all your Wi-Fi. Come on, let's get it off, please. Hey, Johnny, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
So, nor is any other competitive product. Nothing. So it's not really clear on what are you going to do different than a. It's a fourth the size. You can hold it in the palm, helping to create I/O. MacBook, great battery, and well, want to offer a third.
Personal.
15 million are off on iTunes Music.
One more thing. We love to make technology more perfect. You are going to love it. It will change the way that you experience music forever. So fitting that we are. Thank you.
And an internet. Today, we're introducing 3 revolutionary products of this class. The first one is a widescreen iPod with touch controls. The second is a revolutionary mobile phone.
Got that actually hype. That's gonna work.
And the third is a breakthrough internet communications device. So, 3 things. A widescreen iPod with touch controls, a revolutionary mobile phone, and a breakthrough internet communications device. An iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator. An iPod, a phone. Are you getting it? One device. We are calling it it is, but we're going to leave it there for now. They typically combine a phone plus some, and the phones are kind of right there. They're not so smart, and they're not so easy to use. But smartphones are definitely a little smarter, but they actually are harder to use. They're really complicated. Just for the basic stuff, people have a hard time figuring out how to use them. Well, we don't want to do either one of these things. What we want to do is make a leapfrog product that is way smarter than any mobile device. We're going to start interface. We need a Revolution 62, the usual suspects, and Nokia E62, the usual suspects. And what's wrong with their user interfaces? Well, the problem with them is really sort of in the bottom 40 there. It's this stuff right here. They all have these keyboards that are there whether you need them or not to be there. And they all have these control buttons that are fixed in plastic and are the same for every application. Well, every application has a button to these things. They're already shipped. So what do? They can't change for each, and they can't solve it. We solved it in computers 20 years ago. We solved it with a bitmap screen that could display anything we want. Giants with the mouse of this problem. So how are we going to take this to a mobile device? Well, what we're going to do is get rid of all these buttons and just make a giant screen. A giant screen. Now, a stylus, right? We're going to use a stylus. No. And you lose them, yuck. Nobody wants a stylus. So let's not use a stylus. We're going to use the best pointing device in the world. We're going to use a pointing device that we're all born with. We're born with 10 of them. We're going to use our fingers. A new technology, phenomenal. Neatest stuff that's ever been shipped. It ignores unintended touches. It's super smart. You finger to a time. Now touch evolution. We're going to now software. Now how do we do this? Well, we start with a strong foundation. Operating system, security, and to write apps. Right? Not the crippled stuff. Look at this. To millions of people, drop your iPod right through iTunes. Videos, you're not sync. And 3.5-inch screen on it. It's really big. Takes you home from work, thinner than the. We've this phone. Off the touch, an ambient light sensor as well. We sense the ambient lighting conditions and adjust.
So you just got your brand new iPhone, just like I showed in my last video, but not after getting, and that is to practice and get familiar with that and the gestures. And you can see that's where you also see your battery right away. And so you swipe up from anywhere and hold, you will get to the apps. You can just convenient in a quick way. See that passcode time, you can go ahead. And the first option will be presented with a person like to, and I don't want to, and then if we go back and go to general accessibility here, so we can fit some whatever you want to be in there. And since you have a lot more room with the control center here, quality out of 10. However, it's really fun to follow. It's picture one of AR, a portrait selfie for yourself, because again, this, you can even change the lighting for that as well. So we have contour light, we have stage light, like mono, studio light, we can change that right there. And it's really cool to take selfies with this effect. So I'm just gonna do the natural light right there, take my portrait selfie, take a look, is organize your access, and then we have another company right here called Muja for glass screen protector on your iPhone.
Here he is.
Right here, the hardest hitting 145 pound, the real hardest hitting 145er right here. This guy TKOs people. When I knock people out, they don't move. They're not. Who the is that guy? Who the is that? You know damn well who I am. Who the is that? Oh my God. I don't know. When I take that guy's belt, leprechaun. Oh, good one. When I take that guy's belt, I'm looking around. I don't know what anyone else has for me around here. I might have to jump up and drag Floyd Mayweather out bed and see what the he's at again. Does this mic work? Well then, that mic. On the count of 3, I want everyone in this arena to scream at the top of your lungs, the Mayweathers. 1, 2, 3. When I knock people out, they don't move. They're not. Who the is that guy? Who the is that? Some over there. Be careful. Shoot you. Edward. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Careful. What you gonna do? Oh, whoa. You gonna do something over there? Be careful. Shoot your mouth. I run New York. I run this whole. And Mystic Mac predicts. Look at everybody up here. They're all dressed like me. They're all trying to talk like me. They're all trying to be me. Everyone in the game wants this fight. Conor McGregor.
So, yes.
153. The notorious Conor McGregor, ladies and gentlemen, at a ready 153 pounds. You ain't got on me. You little shit. Oh, super strong, dude. Know that. I'm gonna make you beg me to come. I'm gonna make you beg me to come. You look about 160 and all. You look thrown out.
Not by you, anyway, you little fool, whoever you are. Hello, everybody. Exactly. Tell that to shut his mouth. Carry yourself with class, mate. We are prepared for 12 3-minute rounds of non-stop pace.
Dude, I mean, #1 album. I mean, platinum, the whole deal. I just, I gotta say, the record's awesome. And It wasn't just like a #1 album then left either. It like hung out there like that. Yeah, well done. I have one question for you because this is something I heard. I don't know if it's true, and tell me if it's rude or offensive. But your name is not Travis Scott.
No, actually, no, it's not. My government name is Jock Berman Webster II. I'm named after my dad.
How did you? Where's usually if you think of like an artist name, it's just I don't know. It's not Travis Scott.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing. Now it means something. But I mean, how did you pick Travis Scott?
My uncle is named Travis, and Kid Cudi is like one of my favorite artists of all time, and his real name is Scott Miscuddy. And my uncle's friends call him Scott too, so it kind of like worked out like that. So it's like my two superheroes, you know.
So you're. I kind of like that. Your fake name is Kid Cudi's real name. Yeah. That's pretty good. When you tour tonight, you're a musical guest on SNL. Do you get nervous for that type of jam?
You know, it's something different. I've always wanted to do SNL my whole career, so I'm so honored to be able to do it.
Are you going to be in sketches?
I love surprises, but yeah.
Come on, yeah, we can see that. All right, good. I want to see because
a little vibe.
Because I heard that, like, I heard that it used to be you were like a thespian. You used to act and you were in musicals and.
Yeah, in high school, I was in the thespian society. I was actually in this play called Kiss Me Kate.
You were in Kiss? Really?
Yeah.
You sang and everything, Kiss Me Kate?
I sung this song. It was called Too Darn Hot. It was like, too darn hot. It's too darn hot. I wanna do my baby tonight. Simple style.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Would you ever want to do something on Broadway?
Yeah, always, man. Yeah, oh, definitely.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be fantastic. I'd love to see
That'd be fun.
We just did that. Are you a drummer?
Yeah, my dad bought me a drum set when I was like 3 years old. Yeah, that's the first instrument I was ever in front of.
Did you ever try any other instruments?
Yeah, I tried the piano. I tried a lot of instruments. I tried the drums for a long time. I didn't really get any girls like too much. I don't know if it was because of like my drums.
Yeah, I can see that.
I love you, Chris.
No, I tell you, you're totally right. You're totally right. Oh, David, I don't know if the tuba should be talking to anybody. I don't know if the tuba should.
My dad bought me a drum set when I was like 3 years old. Yeah, that's the first instrument I was ever in front of.
Did you ever try any other instruments?
See that? I love you, Chris.
No, I tell you, you're totally right. You're totally right. Oh, David, I don't know if the tuba should be talking to anybody.
Or my drum skills, but I mean,
yeah,
picking up the drums like taught me beats, so that's how I came in, you know, making beats. So
yeah,
it worked out for something.
It definitely did work. On the album, there's a track on there called. On this, you rap about Jamba Juice.
Yeah.
Now I love Jamba Juice, but you clearly like Jamba Juice.
Yeah, my girl actually is like a super Jamba Juice fan, and she turned me into
a connoisseur.
Yeah. So
now, would you mind maybe, I don't want to put you on the spot, but maybe having a taste test on our show?
Okay, yeah, I got you.
We have 3 different flavors of Jamba Juice.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you what it is. I want to see if you can name the Jamba Juice. Juice number 1.
I think it's like orange carrot, orange carrot karma. I think that's what they call it, right?
That is absolutely correct. All right, orange carrot karma. All right, this one kind of feels, it could be kind of easy. This one could be easy. Or maybe I'm just trying to psych you out.
I'm nervous.
Mm-hmm.